Well, I feel so fortunate that I was able to find William. I mean, he was a godsend to our family during what is a really difficult time, trying to figure out how to care for my aging father. And, you know, we had been looking after him together for as long as we could. And then as it became apparent that his health, his mental acuity was slipping, fortunately, I got a hold of William. And I'll tell you, the minute I talked to the man on the phone, it was just such a relief, because I knew that this guy understands what's happening here. So he came out. I mean, not only, he really went the extra mile, because he drove all the way out to where we live, which is like, you know, a couple of hours in traffic. And when he showed up, the whole air that he had about him was one of calm, of confidence, compassion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were starting to see the signs with Jerry that something was amiss. And, you know, you start to get worried and you wonder what you should do. So what I want to say about William is that when I met him, I was really aware of his emotional intelligence. And so to me, that means that he was a very caring, kind person, just the way he spoke. I mean, he was helpful to us as well as to Jerry, and that was very soothing. And because I'm an actor, Ann's an actor, you know, we really understand when someone is being empathetic and feeling what's happening to something. It's a very powerful thing. It's what an actor lives for. And so when you see it in another person.
My dad had to be evaluated before by neurologists and doctors, and it was so traumatic for him, for us. And what I found with William was that when William came to do that for us, it was so organic that my dad didn't even know. I mean, it was like he was meeting a friend, that William was able to come in and talk with my dad and assess the situation, assess the home, and help us understand a better way of communicating with him so that we could really enter his world. So it was very dignified. And that's ultimately what we really wanted, you know, as we were trying to figure out how to take care of my dad, was how do you do this and preserve his dignity? And William, he did that not only with him, but with us as well, because even though, you know, you feel like you're an adult and you can handle all of these situations, it's very painful and it's very difficult to know what to do. And I always found with William, when he came in the door, he was like a breath of fresh air. He has this lightness that comes from within. And so even when it's dark and I didn't know what to do and I was really sad or confused, William was like a beacon of light and just really helped us kind of navigate our way to help my dad.
Yeah, we like him. I mean, we think he likes us. I mean, you know, what's better than that?
Oh, well, you know, and the other thing I would say about this is that it's a little like trying to build a sandcastle. And so just when I would think that we had it all figured out, that we knew exactly what we were going to do, some other part of the sandcastle would slip away and I'd have to call William again and go, now what do we do? So it's like you need to build a rapport. You need this type of relationship that is going to be there for you as you go through this together, because it really is a moving target and you don't always know what's coming. And so you need somebody who has that knowledge of elder care, particularly memory loss, you know, care, that expertise, and that he would be able to help us navigate and figure out, well, where are we now? I always felt whatever was happening, it was going to be okay. That there were answers, there were resources, there were things that we could do to help him and to help us. And that was really from William. So I'm very, very grateful to this man and highly recommend that if you're in this position where you're trying to figure out how to take care of someone that you love and their health and their memory is fading, that it's really important that you have somebody who has the knowledge of this industry and the knowledge of how you can help that person go through that phase of life.
Yeah, we're all on this road together. So it's very important that we all learn and understand, because it's pretty shocking when you see what happens to a human being. And if you do have compassion, the same thing could be you. So it's a very important thing to remember.
Yeah, and the conflict that comes up between families, within the family, because these are really important decisions that are being made. So there's a way of trying to decide what it is that the person needs, and then usually within a family everybody has an opinion, and I found that William was really able to be a great mediator, to be able to help the family as a unit make these decisions and take care of my dad. So
he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
So, one of the things that happened was when we first placed my dad, he was in the military and he was very routine oriented, right? And so when we first put him in this home, he was really struggling. I mean, he was so confused. And it was William that had remembered in the assessment, he had gone into my dad's bathroom and he saw that he had everything organized on the counter. And then when he got into the home, it was all different. And so my dad was just really floundering. And William had this great idea. It was, let's set it all up just like he likes it and take a photo. And so every morning then we could have the caretakers set up that bathroom so that my dad could function better. And it was really William remembering that that's how that was done, because we were all so overwhelmed. I mean, it's just all so different. And he was able to have that vision, to be able to see it in a different way than we can see our own family and our own loved one. You need that expertise. And so he was able to look at that situation and really solve it for us and help him transition. Because, again, it's like you get through one aspect and then something else is going to come along that kind of throws you for a curve. So you've got to keep charting your way. And somebody like William is really able to see it with that perspective from that expertise, I think.